This podcast is sponsored by the all-new Adidas Machete range at JJB Sports. It's just like Strictly Come Dancing says, keep slicing. Welcome to the Daft Lad podcast. I take no prisoners, just inmates, whatever that fucking means. Daft. Welcome everyone to episode 7, you daft bacon fucking lad-ons. How we doing? You alright? I'm doing alright. What did I watch on Netflix the other day? I watched Nativity, right? Christmas film. I know it's April, but fucking what a shit film that is. Really want the vibe for Easter. There isn't any Easter films out there, is there? Which is sad. Gap Market. I like a Gap Market. I went into Thomas's of the weekend, got some sausage rolls. I went for 2, so I was like, could I have 2 sausage rolls, please? And then she was like, do you want 3 for the offer? And I was just like, oh, Pauline, don't flirt with me like that. No, I want 2. That happens in View as well, in cinema. You go in and like, can I have a medium popcorn, please? That's already like 10 quid. And they're like, you don't want a large for 20 quid more. And every time in my head, I'm like Rick Grimes when Laurie dies. No. So like Rick Grimes. It's also similar when you go into Superdrug. These shops that like ask for your email to send your receipt to. You know, it's good for the environment, like. But Jesus, what if you've had your same email since like college? Could I have your email address for the receipt, please? Oh, my email is ipunchattle@hotmail.co.uk. Yeah, that'll fuck 'em up when it's going, oh dear. I know it's not a ball ache getting your receipt sent an email. Yeah, but when they've put your email in, underneath there's 20 boxes ticked saying send special offer, send have a good day, send all this special offer shit which I don't have control of. And also in shops, this happens to everyone. You'll be just going up to pay for something, and this happens. Oh, have you got a Card Factory rewards card? No. Well, would you like one? Why the fuck would I want one for the Card Factory? No, I'm good, thanks. I'm good, cheers. I'll just pay. Well, that was a great start to the episode. I hope you're settled in now. Hope the speakers have got used to me voice. And let's have a mosh pit. Let's go for a mosh pit. Let's do it. Right. It's a shop-related episode, it seems. So I'm going to rate UK shops from 0 to 10. 0 being worst, 10 being insane. You can all relate to this if you live in the UK. I know I've got a few people outside of the UK listening. Just have a daft laugh. Right, WHSMITH. What a fucking shop. The best shop in the world. The thing is, WHSMITH, no one works there. Have you seen anyone walking about behind till? It's literally open 24 hours a day, it feels like. You never see any staff to piss you off or come up to you like it's Lush. I'll get onto that. I just walk in, I'm like, oh, it's a lovely cold breeze. The smell of buck. I'm just like, where's staff? You know where the staff are? They're all upstairs. There's 200 people upstairs in like a massive computer mainframe, like it's NASA, with Xbox 360 headset on. And it looks like they're in a film about to destroy an asteroid it's heading towards Earth. They're just all up there, just keeping it all running. You know, you don't need staff, you just need cameras. WHSMITH is more of a landmark than a shop. You can walk in, it's free to go in, it's peaceful, you can have a picnic down fucking board game aisle, or a game of frisbee in it, printer ink, or a game of Twister in it, SD cards. You could do anything. So, there you go. So, WHSMITH is a 10 out of 10 shop. Compare that to Lush. Good lord. Fuck. Where do I start? I don't want to start because they'll probably end up coming into my house trying to sell me some bomb baths. So Lush, right? It's an intense shop. No one wants to go into a shop and be held at gunpoint. No. Be held at bomb point. No. Be held at bath point. All I want to do is walk in and look at some homemade nukes. Literally, I shit myself when I walk past, not let alone go in. I'm walking past, Lush is here, I'm walking as close to this fucking shop on left side in this alley. When I walk past the shop, I don't want to look to my right, because I feel like they're all stood there, flannel in one hand, bath bomb in other, and they're all stood like those people off at World's End. You know, who was it? Off Shaun at Dead. They're all stood there just all like, bath bomb, flannel. You want to come in? I'll fuck you up. Have you ever walked into Lush? You have, haven't you? Not good, is it? I walked in once and there was High School Musical playing. They were having a right blast. They must have turned it up on PA. That was a good distraction. I walked in, High School Musical playing. All the staff were just doing all fucking kicks and flicks, throwing it back. Also, like when Professor Quirrell puts a spell on the harp for three-legged dog. No, three-headed dog in Harry Potter. Distract. But then High School Musical finished. The staff members stopped dancing about. I wish there was a flipping trapdoor. I'd have jumped through that. You should have seen them all turn to customers. It was like zombies, just like... pray. Right, on to Superdrug next. A decent UK shop. I'll tell you what Superdrug is, right? The shop. It's basically Boots without the healthcare. They are smaller shops than Boots, but at the back of every Superdrug store, there's like someone getting the nails done. There's like only 2 chairs, only 1 staff member, so if you're waiting to get your nails done, you have to wait for them to be finished. Why not, instead of doing nails at the back of Superdrug on those leather chairs, you could do a bit of dentistry, couldn't you? You know, you could have a few root canals done, and at the same time, get a tub of Head and Shoulders 2 for 1. So I'm going to rate Superdrug 5 out of 10. It's a good shop. It's steady. Right, what's this shop called? Skoohoo. Apparently this shop is known as Shoe, but it's not spelt like that. So it's Skoohoo. They sell shoes. Always a busy shop, this one. It's good to see, though. Good to see. I just hope Skoohoo, expand a bit, you know. Maybe in a few years, start selling a few meal deals, a few bath bombs. Maybe a few bath bombs for your vans. I think that's what all shops will do eventually. You know, Screwfix will start selling meal deals and then bath bombs. So I'm going to rate Skoohoo 7 out of 10. Right, here we go. On to a classic shop that hopefully everyone's been in. Sports Direct. You know the staff in Sports Direct? It looks like the aftermath of an M-Dubs gig. I've not been lucky enough to go to the Sports Direct cafe yet. Newly installed, apparently. You should go. Haven't you heard? Sports Direct have cafes now. Yeah. Go to the back at shop, near till. There's a door. It says staff members only. Go through there. Take your first left, then 2 rights. And you should go into, there's like a table and there's a vending machine and a fridge. Go in there to the bait room, that's the cafe. There'll be a few people on the lunch but yeah, you can go get a few subs in there. So yeah, Sports Direct 4 out of 10. Here we go, game. For me, I walk into game, I do a quick browse. Quite sad I don't need to buy anything in there and then I walk out. Quite sad that. And also, for the past 2 years, the PS4 isn't turned on, so you can have a few games of FIFA. That's sad. Imagine Call of Duty Warzone just on PS4 that you can go on for free in a game. Imagine getting a win. You'd be going fucking mental. Or if you got a second, you start slapping locals. Or roundhousing pop vinyls in anger, you know? Also, a good thing in game, they have it all PS4, Xbox is there. All games are all kind of set out pretty nicely. Compare that to HMV, which is a class shop. All the fucking genres are mixed with different CDs. What's going on? Whoever sorted out the CDs in HMV into the different genres, what were they doing? Fucking bush took a trowel blindfolded, and the mission was to sort it out best you can. Downstairs in HMV, the DVDs are set out to perfection. But then you go upstairs, and all wrong CDs went wrong genres. It's like someone went upstairs with the whole box to fill the upstairs of CDs. All the genres were set out, all the boxes were there, empty, ready to put the CDs in. And they just fell over. All the CDs went everywhere. They got up. They were just like, I think that'll do, Tone. I've done best I can. Nice one, Josh. I'm getting a raise for that. Looks fucking great. Right, let's get shop hopping. So yeah, game gets a 6 out of 10. HMV a 6 as well. Class shops. So that's about it. Rating UK shops. I hope we can do it again sometime because there's always more shops. Let's have some music.
Can you give me just a little bit more? Because that is what I am looking for.
One fact in life, right? No one can walk into a shop without seeing the TV, that CCTV of the door of you walking in. and no one can not look at it. You have to look at it. You have to just wave. Even though the camera's over here, you're waving at the TV, but you're facing this way. You know? It's like, oh, look, it's me. It's like, oh, wait there. I can't actually do it. Everyone does it, but you look fucking mental when you're waving at it, and it's look it wrong way. Also, that they've also added at the self-service some screens. You've got your own webcam at self-service. How cool's that? I think I might do a few Twitch streams on self-service in Tesco. You know, get a laptop set up, beep, and just use that. It's 1080p. It's 1080p. That. Where can I get one? You can't get them from Amazon. I might have to just cut the head off one of them. It's mint. You're just there. You're just setting it around Tesco. You've got your quiche. Scan it. And then you look up and you're like, it's like head height is this screen. It's like, you fucking shit yourself. You're like, quiche, beep. What the? It's me. It's me. It is a jump scare. It's basically a mirror. When you look at that screen, it's basically a mirror, but in real time. I can understand why they've put like a CCTV webcam looking down at the checkout. Because once I went into Asda, I was waiting for him to finish, this lad. He scanned his food, but then he just walked off and didn't pay. So I guess because he scanned his food, the detective things didn't go screaming. You know? How smart is that? Obviously don't do that. Because they've got screens now. But that's fucking tactical. Also, everyone who's been to a self-service will know this. When you've scanned a tablet or some alcohol, a staff member has to come and check your ID or just say, yeah, you're alright, over 25. But when this happens and you have to wait for a staff member, I don't have the confidence to like shout, hey bud, can you come fucking sort this? I'm in a rush. I'm just going to stand there until someone comes over. I ain't going to be that twat. I was like, hey, excuse me, mate. My light is dinging red. That means I need ID'd, even though I'm 45 and I'm a prick. And then staff member comes over. It's like, oh, what have you tried to scan? Me fucking iTunes card. It's weightless. It can't feel the weight. So yeah, I could be stood there for hours. I just don't want to be rude. This is such a shot banter. I don't know if this happens to you as well. So you've parked up in Morrison's. You go in. You go buy some fucking sloth fingers and muller yogurts. You come back out. And the people in front of you, when you're walking out the shop, you think nothing of it. You're just walking back to your car. And then these people with like a massive trolley are always walking in the same direction as you. You're like, don't be next to my car. Don't be parked next to my flipping car. And then you get closer to your car and they're like, they're still going in the same direction. Please don't. And then you see the fucking hazard lights beep because I've opened the door. They're parked next to me. They're parked next to me. Every fucking time. And literally, there's 200 parking spots and cars. It's always one next to me. On the left side. Never right, on the left side. Next time this happens, right, and someone is parked next to me, opens the boot, looks back to the trolley, I'm going to dolphin dive into their boot, and I don't know, at the same time go, Sue! And then hopefully I've crushed a few, pasta shells. Maybe open up a few Munch Bunch yogurts and really fucked up the carrots like Mary off Lord of the Rings. So I've got a few things up my sleeve. Oh, here we go. I love a good McDonald's story because everyone can relate to it. Even if it's shit and you don't like it, you still go. So the most iconic soap in the UK is the McDonald's red soap, obviously. What else is there? They literally must buy it in fucking bulks, man. Palletfuls of red soap. Tank bulks of red liquid. I'm surprised it's not on the menu, this. Just there like, oh, I'm going to get some chili cheese bites. Ooh, you get some sauces, you get tangy dip. And what's that? Toilet red sauce. Freshly squeezed out the tub of the toilets. Great. Like, when you're in the toilet in Mackey's, right, and you see the plastic dispenser, it literally looks like jelly. It looks like you could pick it up in one bulk. But then when you press the flipping lever, the dispenser, it's like, ooh. It oozes out and it's all really slippery. It's the slippiest liquid ever, is that red soap from Mac, isn't it? You could use that stuff as grit on a 50-mile stretch of glacier and it'd fucking dissolve it in seconds. It's that good. You could use McDonald's red soap on plane runways. Just throw it, spread it everywhere. If you did that, the plane wouldn't fly from Heathrow to Orlando. It would skid. It would skid across North Atlantic Sea from Mackey's to people sneezing. Have you seen these people who can't sneeze properly? I know there's a 50-year-olds who like sneeze like it's a nuke. Well, there's these people, right? I've got a mate who does it. He'll love it. He'll love it. It's class. It's mental. But they don't like do the noise at the end. They like hide it or like try mute it. They basically hold it in like they're trying to hold in a fart. So they're like, and by doing that, trying to hold in the sneeze noise at the end, it looks like they've just been drop-kicked to the mouth, but they're trying to hide the pain. They're like, and then their eyes are filling up with blood, not tears. Shout out to my mate Will. He has the sneeze like that. It's class. He's got really bad hay fever as well, poor lad. He just goes, it's like he smashed his face against a metal crate. Speaking of hay fever, when I have a hay fever tablet and the rare paracetamol at the same time, I think to myself, like, is this what it's like when you're older? And you're like 70, you're taking these drugs every day or every 5 hours, just like smashing them in like more drugs. And also, when I've got a hay fever tablet and a paracetamol and I throw them in at the same time, I feel like I've just a bag of Skittles. Just smash them in like, man. I feel like a main character in a film who's just freshly been bruised and needs all these tablets. He's just like smashing them all in, you know. Skittle. Anyway, let's have an interlude. We've got a new segment coming up. Oh. So this new segment is a bit of fun for everyone listening. It's Urban Dictionary's word of the day. So let's take a look at what the word of the day is today. Here we go. Right, what's this? Elephant shoe. I remember this from kidhood. If you mouth the words elephant shoe at someone, then it looks like you're mouthing I love you. Really? Let's see what the example is. Elephant shoe. Mouth slowly out of the window of a bus departing. So if you say elephant shoe, it looks like you're saying I love you. I'm going to do it without voice. Elephant shoe, Jenny. It probably does, I can't see. The next word, comfort room. The term used to describe a public toilet in the Philippines. It is also simply referred to as the CR. Example, I have to go to the comfort room. I love that. That's class. Another Urban Dictionary, what's this? The fucking. When your day is going too well and you don't trust it and some shit finally goes down. Example, there it is. The fucking. That's class. I'm a big fan of that. Well, that was fun. Looking at the Urban Dictionary word of the day, or just any random words. But I'm going to do that in the future episodes. That was good. But before I leave you on episode 7, I know it's sad it's ending. I feel it's sad. Here is some advice or something to take into your life and hope it helps. Here we go. Anywhere could be an airport. So thanks for listening and watching to episode 7 of the Daft Lad podcast. I'm off to Specsavers for a Turkish bath. Slap my feet, Damien.